Well, hey there, y'all. I am Juliette Miranda, and you are watching Bourbon Soaked Live, the best place to be on a Monday night for cocktails and conversation. Oh, and speaking of, David the producer is back there too.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday.
And happy fucking New Year, y'all.
Yeah,
Welcome
that's right.
to 2021.
Yeah, we haven't done a live since New Year's.
No, last week we were a little hungover after our
Oops.
all of our New Year's celebrations. So we had some meetings that ran late, and then we were just tired, and we said, fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it all.
Fuck it. Fuck it all. So again, tonight we're doing things all crazy like and broadcasting on a very secret Facebook network that only special people have access to, mostly because it's private. That being said,
Yeah, nothing like capturing a big audience.
I know, right? All 6 of you who are watching on YouTube, on Facebook, hi there. How's it going? I cannot see your comments, but David, the producer, can. So if you have something to say, feel free to chime in or move on over to YouTube where you can converse with the rest of us. We got a whole group of people hanging out in the chat right now. And our gold star for being here first goes to the Guardian of Chaos. Cheers to you, sir.
Yes, Guardian of Chaos. We have Toy Man here, of course, not a great gamer, construction cronies, and Richie Z in the house.
Well, all right, y'all. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to be talking about faking it.
Ooh, how many times have you done that?
Well, I'm not telling, maybe. But before things get all dirty on us, as they usually do, we'll be talking all sorts of everything, fake, phony, made up, all of it. So come prepared. You know, we're going to be talking about all sorts of things. So join the chat and share your own comments and experiences, because we want to hear from you. I mean, you can't have cocktails without conversation, and you can't have fucking conversation without somebody in the chat saying something.
Jesus Christ.
So,
why are you so ornery?
I don't know.
2021 like a bad year for you already?
No, it's just been that kind of day. Lots of things were annoying me today. So
you woke up annoyed.
I woke up really fucking annoyed for only minor reasons, really. So I think tonight might be an extra special feisty episode.
Yeah, my buddy Larry's here.
Well, hello, Larry. Happy New Year. Great to have you here.
I'll give you $10 if you say his last name right.
Caracciolo?
Nice try.
Well, there's a bunch of O's and C's.
Caracciolo.
Oh, was that an L? Oh,
well,
there's an O.
It's actually an O at the end.
Is that a Batman symbol? I don't know.
There is a Batman symbol at the end of Larry's name. Yes.
Oh, and Wifey of Guardian of Chaos is here also. So thanks for joining us. And apparently mixing histamines and bourbon make me a little loopy.
A little?
It's going to be a fun one tonight, y'all. Tonight I am drinking 1792 bourbon. It is the small batch release and probably one of the most solid bourbons you can get for $30. I mean, just a straight tasty bourbon. It's a high rye bourbon. It comes from the Barton Distillery, and it is fantastic. You get that nice sort of, crispy cinnamon sort of flavor, a little bit of that rye potency, and then it just mellows out into something so easy to drink. I'm loving this. It's always one of our go-tos.
Richie Z says, I cracked open and poured an Eagle Rare store pick, so I am doing all right, I guess is what he meant to say. I
am loving the trend of having store picks for some of these bourbons. I mean, it's a really good way to taste a little bit more of a distinctive profile on something. You still get the inherent natural flavors of it, but coming from a different barrel or a smaller batch always just brings out different tasting notes. I love that. I haven't had any store picks of Eagle Rare, so I'd be very curious what you think of that one.
I always loved the 1792. While it is a high rye, and I'm more a weeder kind of guy, this is a very smooth, easy to drink $30 bourbon. You cannot go wrong. If you're going to someone's house and, bringing a bourbon with you.
Yeah, you want to level up on your, hostess gift.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
It's a great one to bring to a party. It's a great one to pour over strippers. It's a great one to...
Oh, come now.
Well, that was later. Anyway, it's a great bourbon. Pick it up. It's worth it.
Really? I'm not going to be pouring this over any strippers in the foreseeable future, but I will say that 1792 has several different releases out right now. This is just their standard everyday release. They also have a sweet wheat version, which is just okay, not my favorite. They have a barrel proof version, which is outstanding. And then I believe they also have a port finished one. And I'm so over anything finished in anything other than a bourbon barrel. So I'm just avoiding that on general principle.
I don't blame you. So before we get into the topic of faking it, you want to tell the story of why we've been kind of out of contact last week?
No.
No?
Nope.
I do.
I don't care.
Yeah. I think it's a fun story.
I don't care.
No?
No.
Okay.
Not going to happen.
All right.
Nope.
I'm leaving it up to you.
Y'all cannot hear about the top secret projects that we have in the works right now.
All right.
Nope. 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 Too soon. Bad luck to talk about things like that.
All right. Deal. Done and done.
So that's that, y'all. Sorry to be such a tease, but I promise you we will tell you something later on when we can.
Wow. I thought that I had carte blanche.
No. You are just the producer, David. I run everything here.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm just the monkey behind the keyboard.
So before we get into faking it, what do you say we talk a little bit about what bourbon soaked live means?
You ready for that?
Bring it on. Hashtag Bourbon Soak Live is our little getting to know you routine. Snap a photo of yourself, of what you're drinking, or I don't know, something that relates to the conversation, and post it to Twitter using the hashtag Bourbon Soak Live, and we will feature it on the show. Now, we have a couple here that we haven't gotten to over the last week or so, don't we, David, the producer?
Yep, that's right. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Here is, well, the first item on Twitter is from Bobby Blaze, our good friend.
Bobby Blaze.
Ex-professional wrestler.
Indeed, indeed.
Bobby's such a great guy.
He's always lurking in the background.
I love it.
I know. He's the best.
So he says, cheers, y'all. Thanks for the Bourbon Soak Live podcast. I was just lurking about this evening.
Well, if you're here tonight, Bobby, we want to hear from you. So speak up.
And here is
oh my God,
Blended Whiskey.
Blended Whiskey, our traveling bourbon buddy. He always looks like he is having the best goddamn time.
He's having the best goddamn life.
I don't know what those fried things are in front of them, but
onion
I
rings.
Seriously want some.
Those are onion rings.
Oh, they're onion rings.
Yeah. And it says first happy hour of 2021. And he's got another picture, but I love his last picture, but I'm not going to get to it quite yet. So it says our nation is totally divided. My small town here in Texas have installed red hydrants for the Republicans and blue ones for the Democrats. That's funny.
That's funny, Blended Whiskey.
And
he has one more, doesn't he?
My favorite picture.
Oh, that's right, with him and Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah, he's got a picture with him and the late, great Tommy Lasorda. Unfortunately, we lost Tommy, what was it, last week or week before? I can't remember. But yeah, hanging out with Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, look at that.
That's a pretty cool thing.
Blended Whiskey, you are so cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
And I think that's it.
I think that's it. So yes, y'all, post your photos to the Twitters using hashtag Bourbon Soak Live, and we'll put you on the show, at least for a little bit. I see that Guardian of Chaos is talking to the chat, and he says, to me, Bourbon Soak Live means faith, family, friends, and fun, a much-needed distraction.
Right?
That is just awesome. Thank you, sir. I find bourbon to be an excellent distraction.
I don't blame him at all. I know. I get it.
But no, we love having you with us. You are always so much fun to talk to, and it is great to have you here, sir.
And for those of you that want to do me a personal favor, I was so busy today that I forgot to post this on social media. So if you have an opportunity, if you want to post this live out on Twitter or Facebook or MySpace, Grindr, whatever you want to post it on.
What is this?
What? Our live.
Oh. I thought you've got something weird going on the screen. I keep watching this. It's very distracting.
Oh, no, this is just an ad.
Oh, could you make that go away, please?
Oh, it's not live.
I'm the talent. I get distracted very easily by shiny objects.
Well, that makes you the monkey. Less so much me the monkey.
So I see Bashful of the Round Table has joined us. Nice to see you. Also, Go Fish Office is here. The Round Table is here. Y'all, thanks for joining us. You are just in time to start talking about faking it.
Right.
Now, I'll tell you what inspired this topic for me is two things, and I'll get to one of them a little later. The first, however, I was watching Hell's Kitchen, and it was an older season, but I kept thinking about, all the stuff that these cooks have to go through in the kitchen. And there was one time when I actually lied my way into a job cooking in a professional kitchen, and it was the most terrifying experience of my life. I mean, I completely faked my way through it, and I will never do it again, but I wanted to open things up by talking about the times we've faked it for a job, like faking knowledge, faking a resume, things like that.
See, now, I've never faked a resume or, excuse me, misrepresented myself on a resume, but after getting a job, I absolutely faked. When somebody would say, hey, can you do this? I go, yeah, sure. Never done it.
You fake it till you make it, right?
You fake it till you make it. Right? Or you ask someone how to do it, or you figure it out yourself.
Well, there are certain things you can fake and certain things you cannot. And
I found that out the hard way.
Yeah. So what did you do?
I faked saying to early on in my sales career, this goes like 20 years back, that they said, can you put together a market plan for opening up a new market segment for this software? I said, absolutely. Sure, I can. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I fucked that up 4 ways to Sunday. Well, actually, I called a whole bunch of people that I knew to help me ultimately, but I wanted to do it myself and was just failing miserably.
Yeah, I once faked my way through a marketing director position, and it was so statistics driven, I thought I was going to die. I have zero head for numbers, so to deliver all these weekly reports on web stats and social media campaign stats. I mean, I learned a lot from it, but oh my God, I was calling you like every day asking you how to calculate things.
I was basically doing your job.
He was. David, the producer, was making all of my spreadsheets for me.
Yeah.
Because fuck Excel. If there is any computer program on this planet that I want to just take a fucking hammer to, it is Excel.
Yeah, you're not an Excel fan.
That is tedious and brutal, and it makes no sense whatsoever.
So who in the chat has either faked a job qualification or faked something on a resume?
No,
I want to hear these stories.
The round table is saying that there is absolutely nothing wrong with faking it once in a while, just so long as we're talking about jobs. Well, for the time being, we're talking about jobs. Just wait. We'll devolve.
Oh, we'll get there.
Hang tight, y'all. That's coming. Literally.
Gemma's journey. Seer, great to see you, Gemma.
Sorry, Gemma, I was swallowing my bourbon. Hello. It's nice to see you. So come on, y'all. I know you faked something when it comes to work. I mean, whether it was to get a job,
to keep a job, a job task.
Yeah. And, when I was in that fucking kitchen faking my way through it, it was so terrifying because they tell you things in such rapid fire order and you have to remember it and you have to know how to execute it on a fucking dime. And I burned so many goddamn pieces of chicken and I just massacred this one. And the chef literally picked it up and then flung it at me. It was so horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard the story.
Yeah.
All right. See, resumes, I feel that that's just too, well, there's too much.
See, there's a distinction. There's lying and then there's faking it.
I think you can't lie on a resume.
No.
That will come back to haunt you.
That will haunt you for the rest of your career. I've never really done that, but.
Yeah, you can't lie on a resume.
Exactly. And I'll tell you, when I took that temporary cooking job, I never once called myself a chef. That's terrible. You don't lie and say that you were a chef when, you have rudimentary skills at best. That's just stupid and egregious.
You got to start at Gemma's.
I see Rex Gunn has joined us and he says, I've been in customer service for almost 15 years.
You got to go up a couple more.
Hold, please. I'll go there. I'll get there. Rex Gunn has been in customer service for 15 years and has no idea what the hell I'm doing, yet somehow I'm good at it. I am completely full of it and fake, and it is great. Well, you're owning it. That's fantastic. Good for you, Rex Gunn.
Well, see, customer service is not really faking. Well, customer service is about what's doing right for the customer. And sometimes, you know, just having a good attitude. We were just talking about
this the other day with somebody who works for a hotel and handles a lot of customer service. And she was like, I'm not a nice person. You know, I struggle. You know, I fake my smile all of the time.
Right.
But she still gets the job done.
Absolutely. Okay, wait, I got to go back up because I'm woefully behind here. So, Stacey Morgan, hello. Great to see you here.
Stacey Morgan.
But you see Bashful's there? Right here.
Yes, for sure. Bashful has faked things on the resume.
Bashful, I want to know what you faked on your resume and got away with.
We need details.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't just drop that out there. You got to spell that one out for us.
And Gemma says, I fake it until I make it every day. Being on the spectrum, I have no choice. Well, that's not faking it. That's dealing.
No, that's dealing. That's coping. That's, you know, getting by and getting along.
Right. Exactly. Richie Z says, no faking on job applications. I've only had 3 jobs since I was 19. Wow. 3 jobs since you were 19?
Wow.
What are you, 21?
By the time I was in my 20s, I think I'd had 30 jobs.
Right.
Whew. I see Flash in Your Pan has joined us. Cheers. It's nice to see you tonight. And yes, we are talking faking it.
Fake it till you make it.
And we'll get dirty later.
Yes. That's coming. Don't worry. And I don't mean that. Yes, I do, actually. Did we miss anything here? Oh, wait. Gemma down there.
No, we read that already.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any comments we need to address on the Book of Face?
I'm looking out there right now, and no.
No. All right, good. Fuck you all.
No.
So back to YouTube, where people matter. I love y'all. By the way, fucking subscribe to this channel.
Wow. How come everything has got to be preceded by fucking today?
I don't know. I just feel like fucking is a good word. We watched the History of Obscenities or something on Netflix. What is that?
It's like History of Swear Words or Curse Words or whatever that is.
Yeah, yes. Nicolas Cage hosts it. And I swear to God, he's got some new plugs or something. And he looks a little weird. But the show is interesting. It's not quite as in-depth or as funny as I would have liked, but it is interesting to hear how people consider and choose certain obscenities that they use. And I think the universal declaration is that fuck is the best word.
It's the most satisfying of all the swear words.
It really is. And like they were saying, it can be used as an adjective, a noun, an adverb, a verb. I mean, it's fantastic.
Yep.
And it's just got a good, strong, powerful feel to it.
Yeah.
Now, I see Bashful is saying that 16 years as a phone actress doesn't look that great on a resume. So I said I ran my own business. That is clever. Now, that's how you turn something around. That's just selling skills 101 right there.
Now, when you say 16 years as a phone actress, what are we talking about, Bashful?
Now, is this like Mistress Cleo telling fortunes actress, or is this faking it actress?
Yeah, or is this...
We're going to need more details again.
I think Bashful was a phone sex operator. I'm hoping so.
I tried so hard to get a job as a phone sex actress once. I was out of work. I was living in LA. There were 4 different companies in the Valley that offered phone sex services. And for whatever reason, I could never get in for an interview. And I think that's because everybody was applying to do it. And I would have been so good at it.
I'd be good at phone sex.
You've got the voice for it.
Hey, what are you wearing?
No, I'm going to throw you in the back of my van voice.
Yeah, would you? Bashful says faking it actress.
Nice.
I love it.
I love
Lady
it.
Swan's in the house.
Oh,
it really
hey.
effing is. She thinks it's a great word as well.
Fuck yeah.
I love the word.
Cheers to fuck.
Yeah.
So moving right along, and here's another topic that is what inspired this conversation altogether, is that I was reading an article online about how since the pandemic started and the quarantine started, there's been a tremendous rise in people having paranormal experiences.
Right. Yeah, it's very true. There's a lot of people that have had more, well, because they're home more, I guess, right? But I think I see it as two different camps, two totally separate camps.
Okay.
And the Shape, who we know, feels the same way, right? So there are the camp of paranormal people who have some level of evidence and things that have happened that no one can explain.
Right.
And then there are people that are using it to fake incidences, right?
Exactly.
And we've seen them. And there's a whole bunch of debunkers out there that debunk some of these videos. And there's also, real paranormal experts out there doing work. So it's like, who fakes it and who doesn't? You really got to pay attention.
You do, because now it's getting easier and easier to produce credible so-called evidence that you've completely manufactured on your computer or in Photoshop. And I think one of the biggest examples of that is UFO sightings.
Now, very true. But I'm going to go back because Lady Swan is in the chat and her husband is a paranormal guy. Right? So we know this.
Right.
So Lady Swan, what is your take on faking it as it relates to paranormal things that are, and not just YouTube videos, because there's a lot of that, but just in general, the paranormal industry, I guess you would call it, right?
Right. Yeah. I'm very curious, what the line is, how do you know when something has been faked? And, is it a gut reaction? Is there something specific you look for scientifically? Where does that come from?
I'm calling in the expert, Lady Swan.
I see Video Call-In Show has joined us. It's awesome to have you here with us. I know. Look.
Where the hell has he been?
Right.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's been almost a year since we've seen.
I know. And
great to see you.
Putting our ghost talk on hold for just 1 second, I see Bashful says, women don't pay for phone sex.
Women don't pay for phone sex? No, women give phone sex.
I'm curious about that. There's got to be a couple of women out there whose kink is phone sex and who will pay for a professional. I mean, gigolos are a thing.
No, that's true. You got to go up to Lady Swans up there, which says, ours is still living among us. Haven't noticed a huge change, just some new bumps in the night here and there. Yeah, and that's in your, I'll call it your newish place because you've been there for a little bit now, but I know you moved.
I just find it fascinating that all of a sudden people are locked in their homes together. They're not going out, and now they're having paranormal experiences. Is that just a result of all the tension you're feeling about being trapped with your family in a house? I mean, we're talking The Shining here. It seems more like breakdown stuff than it does genuine paranormal activity to me.
Well, people's mental psyche right now is not in a good place. This is
red room stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people have been locked in their homes, or at least, for a good part of their time locked in their homes. Are they more apt to see more stuff like this?
Are they more apt to go, Danny is in here, Mrs. Torrance?
Right. See, now, where's your UFO tie-in? That's where I'm confused.
How many UFO sightings are there right now? Bazillions of them.
I haven't seen any spike or anything, but I'm not looking for it.
Oh, yeah. No. I keep a weird sort of eye on things like that. And there have been tons of UFO sightings. And it's, sort of the explanation people have for things like this. We made a pact with the aliens. And unfortunately, we, fucked it up. Now they're zapping us with COVID or whatever their stupid theory is. But there are tons more photos coming out of spaceships. And genuinely, I think they're all faked. I really do. I mean, we have so much access to technology.
Right.
And you're going to throw a Frisbee up in the air and get a blurry photo of it and call it a UFO.
That was the 50s when they pulled shit like that. Now it's a lot different. But now you have U.S. Air Force captains, going on record saying, hey.
Yeah, that's true.
We saw this. We saw it, and here's the infrared video of it.
Right.
And can you explain it? Nope.
I don't know. Or are they faking it? Do they have a reason to fake it?
I don't know. Could you go up to start at Richie Z and work your way down?
Richie says it could all be in the mind. And Lady Swan says, I think there's a lot of anxiety in the way of the world. And people are thinking something's going on. When in reality, it's their imagination taking place. Don't get me wrong. There are some, legitimate experiences, of course. But yeah, I truly believe that's the case. You've got so much crazy energy, where you're cooped up and you're looking for an outlet somehow, and you might as well just use that weird,
yeah,
banging in the middle of the night. That's really just a shutter door, and turn it into something more because you've nothing else to focus on.
Right. And then she follows it up. Being home more.
You do pick up not normal stuff too. So then you're saying that because you're home more, you're also experiencing things that you wouldn't have noticed before. That's where you're going. That makes sense.
Right. That makes perfect sense to me. And Guardians of Chaos down here.
Yes, he says that's the only thing left in this world that hasn't really happened. UFOs are next.
I think UFOs scare me more than ghosts do.
Oh my God, without a doubt. I mean, I'm okay if ghosts really are a thing. I'm okay with that. But UFOs, no, that worries me. I don't trust robots and I don't trust aliens.
And I don't trust robot aliens.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Okay, now I got a good, well, I don't know if it's good, but I certainly have a topic for faking it.
Tell me.
And I think a lot of people on here had these. I know I did. Who in the chat had a fake ID?
Oh, the greatest of all, faking it. The ID.
I love the fake ID. I had one. Well, I was getting into bars when I was 13. Didn't need a fake ID.
You didn't need it, yeah.
Until I hit like around 16. And I was at that weird age to where in Illinois, it was, hovering between 18 and 21.
Right.
But when I turned 18, it turned 21.
Which is such a fucking bummer. But you could still cross over the border and go to Wisconsin.
And go to 18 bars. Yeah,
right.
No doubt. But try getting back into this, Illinois without getting a DUI.
They
right?
were trolling that border hard.
Right. But the best faking it for me when I was a kid was getting that fake ID.
Well, now let me ask you this. In your fake ID photo, did you have your porn mustache?
I got to think about that. Yes, I did.
You had your
I had my porn mustache, yes.
David, the producer, had a porn mustache when he was a teenager. It was so horrible.
It was bad. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do?
I don't understand the impetus to grow one of those scraggly little things on your lip. It looks like somebody squished a caterpillar on your lip.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Hey, and I want to throw some, I know this is a totally non sequitur, but Stacey Morgan, who is in the chat, was the recipient or winner of $10,000 from Mr. Beast just last week.
That's right.
Mr.
Dreams
Beast,
do come true.
Yeah, Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber, did a thing on Twitter. And Stacey Morgan won it, and he got $10,000.
Congratulations! That is awesome.
What a freaking great way to start 2021,
That's a
brother.
fucking great way. And speaking of fucking great, I see that Blended Whiskey has joined us. You missed it. We were talking about you earlier, Mr. Blended Whiskey. We were showing some of your photos from the Twitters and just commenting how fucking awesome you two are.
Yep, him and Tommy Lasorda right there. That's a badass picture, I got to say. Remember, if you want anything posted here from the show, just go onto Twitter, #BourbonSoakLive. Use the tag, obviously. Take a picture. Could be nude. We may not show it, depending on who it is.
We may point and laugh behind the scenes.
Only if it's me.
Oh, but you're so cute, David, the producer. Even without your porn mustache.
Okay.
So we're still talking fake IDs, and I see that.
Do you have a fake ID story?
I had two. I had one that.
What do you need two for?
I had
a fake passport to go with your fake ID?
Yes. Yes, I was traveling out of country.
Traveling abroad?
I had two. I had one that said I was 18, and I had one that said I was 21. The 18 one was very legitimate looking. Like
Okay.
it looked,
Was
felt,
it a Wisconsin
smelled
state ID?
real. It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old were you at the time when you owned this?
16.
16.
16. And I had it for the specific reason of being able to talk my way into clubs when I had interviews with bands. Most of the time I wasn't actually going into the club. I was just going into the backstage area to interview the band. And I knew I would never get in with the club owners if they knew I was 16. But if they knew I was at least, or thought I was of legal age, then I'd show them my ID and they'd say, well, all right, but I'm keeping my eye on you.
Right.
So that was kind of a strategic move on my part. The ID that said I was 21 was shit. Oh my God. I mean, was
it bad?
Oh, it was terrible. It was like peeling at the edges. They hadn't sealed it quite right.
Oh.
It literally looked like it was made in somebody's basement with Monopoly money. It was horrible, but it did the job. You got a reasonably pretty girl and a bartender who doesn't give a shit, then he'll give you a drink.
Yeah. I mean, they just glance at IDs at bars. They're not doing, a help. It's not like a TSA agent.
Exactly. Yeah. I know. And if you look legitimate enough, and if you're not a dick, then chances are you're going to be in okay shape. You're going to get a cocktail. Yeah.
Exactly. You see Bashfuls?
Bashful says, I was 6 the first time I got into a bar. By the time I could go to a bar without my parents, I was over them. Wow, that's actually kind of genius on your parents' part, right? You bring you to a bar, expose you to liquor. By the time it's a thing, you're like, fuck this, been there, done that. On to the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Bring on the crack.
Yeah, I'm just going to, be a phone actress. I love that term. I want to be a phone actor.
That is the best euphemism I've heard. I love it.
I know.
So we have some additional people joining us. I see that Gaffa is here and Bill Trudell is here. So y'all,
nice. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us. We are talking faking it. And I think it's about time to move on to the topic that has been on everybody's mind from the start of the show.
What's that?
Faking it in bed.
Like faking sex or faking an orgasm.
Faking an orgasm.
Oh.
I want to hear your secrets, people.
Oh, Blended Whiskey just said that he got home from happy hour just right now. It was awful tonight. A bit bummed with the bar staff. I hate when I get bad bar staff.
That makes me so mad, especially if it's a bar that you go to all the time. And for whatever reason, it's just shitty all around, like bad drinks, bad service, whatever it is. I mean, people have an off night, but there's kind of a limit to how awful you can make things.
Oh, I have an example of you faking it.
What? What did I?
How do you currently pay for your dental care?
If anything big happened, I'd have a real problem.
We had to pay our last big bill over time, and we're still paying.
There's your version of faking it. You having kids on your lap and enjoying it.
It was hard. That's probably my Academy Award winning performance right there. Looking like a mom.
There you go.
Oh, fuck those kids.
Oh, Bill Trudeau says he's drinking brown liquor with us.
Oh, I like to hear that.
What you got in your glass there, Bill?
Yeah, yeah. If you missed it tonight, I'm drinking 1792 bourbon. It's from the Barton Distillery. It's lovely. High rye bourbon, full of spice, still smooth. Very, very good value for $30.
I'm a big fan of the 1792. It's not our go-to, like lower end bourbon.
Well, no, that's larceny. And I would always pick this over larceny if I'm looking for something smoother or more interesting to drink at night.
Right.
Larceny is very utilitarian, whereas this is more of a, kind of elevated taste.
Yep. There you go. Oh, and Jimmy C says, yo, Juliette, Miranda, looking pretty chill this evening.
Well, thank you. I was also feeling very lazy this evening.
Yeah. Is that the outfit choice tonight? Is lazy?
Yeah, I had a tank top on and shorts earlier in the day. And
were you going for slutty lumberjack? I'm just checking.
That's exactly what I wanted. Slutty fucking lumberjack who fakes it, apparently.
Yeah. All right, back to your topic.
Right. So faking it in bed. Now, it's a little bit more complicated for a guy to fake it in bed.
I did it once.
And I want to wrap my head around how she didn't know. I mean, if you were using a condom, I guess I can get, you pull it off, you toss it out before she has a chance to look.
To inspect it, right?
Yeah, if you're
That wasn't
barebacking
my
it.
case. Barebacking it.
I mean, when she stands up, something's going to trickle out.
Here's the thing. Not if you're doing her from behind, first of all, and you pull out to
where was the wet spot then?
There wasn't one.
I would have
believed me.
Immediately
I wanted to get out of there. I wanted to get out of there.
So then after the fact, she might have looked around and said, well, that was weird.
Well, first of all, it's one of those moments that you have that you thought when you were in it, in the heat of it up front, it's what you wanted to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Until you go through the act and she was so bad at it.
So bad.
That you're like, I don't even want to be here.
That is the only reason I've ever faked it in, past scenarios is because.
Are you just saying this because I'm in the room?
You would know. We've
totally
been together 10 years.
I would totally
we've been
know.
having sex longer than that. So you would know.
We've been together 10 years. We've been having sex for 16.
So, I mean, there's a precedent there, you have history. But no, I've had, some experiences where you're just like, I want to end this and I want to go home. And I want to watch Little Women,
Ed asked if I peed in her. No, Ed, I'm not into water sports, but I totally get where you're coming from. I would have peed on myself if it would have got me out of that room.
Oh my God, guys' pee smells so bad. She would know that you peed on something to get out of it. I mean, it's better just to walk away and fake it.
Oh, on the Facebook side, we have a couple new people. We have Marshall Meckley, which I'm from the Uncle Sam band. Marshall, I know who you are.
Aww.
What's up, Marshall? How you doing? And then we have Bill Trudeau. Well, he actually moved over.
He joined us on YouTube, where we can see his comments, where you should be. Yes, if you're watching us on Facebook right now, and I think there are maybe 2 of you who are doing that.
No, we have a few people, and Mike Jolitz is over there too.
Come on over to YouTube.
Yeah.
We have cool people in the chat here. We have Flash in the Pan. I see Jimmy C saying, burn it down, David.
Right.
Gaffa is here. So there's a great group. Join us over here where the cool kids hang out. And me.
I want to hear anyone in the chat that has faked an orgasm, how you did it, and did you get away with it?
Yeah. Now, did you, like when Harry and Sally you're like, oh,
those are the worst.
It's the worst.
You know what? I'd like to say that no girl has ever faked an orgasm with me, but I don't 100%
How would you know?
know.
How would you know?
I don't.
I mean, there are little giveaways with women.
Yeah,
small,
there's
subtle
little
giveaways.
like the little bit of the leg shake, or
there's sort of a tightening a little bit, or just like just a movement that you really have to pay attention to, but it's there. It's there.
Yeah.
Yes. And I know because I've had girls that, say, oh, I never, and I always fake it. No, you won't.
Right. I'm trying to think if a girl ever faked it with me, but maybe it's just my pride saying that none of them ever did. But if they did, I didn't notice.
So for women, though, it's a weird thing. Women are able to experience sexual satisfaction without having an orgasm, because it's a very all-encompassing thing. You enjoy having a body on you. You enjoy making out and having physical contact. So it's still satisfying.
You guys are unicorns.
We have the best of all worlds. We really do. It's not like dudes, you've got to spurt. Otherwise, they're like, well, this is a waste of my time.
Oh, God, yeah. If I don't get the evil juice out, then it's then.
You crack me up every time you're like, oh, after the fact, you're like, I almost died because,
If I didn't, have sex, I would have died.
I didn't come, I would have. If I hadn't come, I would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't work. We all know that's
a real
bullshit.
thing. No, I could have died.
You could not have almost died. Although one day we will test that theory. I'm not saying when or where or how, but One day. We'll see how long.
There you go.
If it all builds up inside and you really do explode.
I may just do that.
Can you believe that's actually something that guys would tell chicks to get them to have sex with them?
I could die if you
baby.
don't. Yeah.
It's a medical thing, truly. Like if I don't come, I could explode. And girls are like, oh no. Well, we'd better do something about that. Fucking girls. Jesus Christ.
Okay, Bashful. I know you're still out there. You have to tell us about a time that you faked it with a guy, because I know you have to have at least one good story.
Well, if you are a phone actress and your job is to say, you know, have a so-called orgasm on the phone with a dude.
Oh, she was constantly doing it then.
So then you have, you know, your, I guess it's your O voice. You don't have an O face. You have an O voice. Yeah.
Bill says blue balls
he's
is real.
Trying to claim that blue balls is real. Fuck off. It is not. Stacey Morgan says, I'm at a party. My buddy says, does your old lady fake it? I laugh and say no. Then she laughs, and then the whole room laughs. Party's now over for me. Oh, wah, wah.
Wah.
That's sad.
Well, then, Stacey, don't give her any of the Mr. Beast money.
No, that's all yours.
Bashful says using body movements is important to make faking it believable.
Ooh, somebody has a thought.
Like the Elaine dance on Seinfeld kind of body part movement. You got a routine?
There's a dance here that we need more information about.
It's like, am I fucking bashful or does she have rickets?
Rickets, really? They're not pirates.
I know.
But yes, she does, however, have a point in that there are certain body movements that do make it appear more like you are in the throes of ecstasy.
I have to say that getting into the whole faking it sex thing, the thing that bugs me, and this has always bothered me, I'm not a fan. Fake boobs.
Oh, fake boobs. Yeah.
Fake boobs.
You know, they look okay from a distance. They look great in a dress.
They feel awful on a stripper.
Yeah. Once you get your face slapped with one, I mean, you walk away with a black eye.
I know. And they have gotten better over the years. I will say that.
Yes, they absolutely have gotten far better. They're a little bit more, you know, squishy.
Yeah.
Like they should be.
But I still don't like them.
No, and I still think it kind of fucks up the nipple. You know, it doesn't matter where they do the incision. Like
even under the armpit one or anything like that, it still makes the nipple look funny.
Well, right, because your skin stretches out. And so your nipple is just going to wind up in some other weird place, you know, up here, wherever.
Yep. Agreed. And Bashful says, yes, I have an O voice different for each character I've played. Oh.
Characters. Oh my gosh. There must be like at least 20 of them, I'm guessing. You know, you've got the dominant, you've got the, you know, schoolgirl, you've got
I like the schoolgirl.
The au pair.
Yeah. The au pair.
Oh, come on, you know that's hot.
Yeah.
You have a thing for French accents.
I totally do. Andy R says it's the Elaine kick. The
brings the Faco
home. Totally.
Yeah, because you knock him unconscious with your errant foot. That'll do it.
Ed says, real over fake any day. Yes, when it comes to breasts, real over fake every day. I am totally with you there.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of faking it. And if we're going to be talking about fake boots, then I think we should also talk about some of the things that guys fake. And I think the worst of it all is fake hair color on a guy. Like a guy who tries to dye his beard or, you know, has really dark hair and tries to color over the gray. It looks so bad.
Well, I will say this, and I've never even attempted to dye mine because, well, you know, I have a whole, you know, when my beard comes in, it comes in
very gray.
Yeah, it comes in gray and a little reddish, a little weird coloring. But, you know, luckily for my regular head of hair, I don't have to do anything with it yet. But I I'll just age gracefully. That's the way that I want to do it. But I've seen guys that do it themselves and it looks absolutely ridiculous.
No.
It looks jet black. It looks like they're trying to look like they're 20 again when they're 50 or 60.
Exactly.
And it looks stupid.
Well, and what they don't realize, particularly when they're dyeing their beards, is that your beard grows out quicker than your hair does.
Right.
So you're left with gray roots on your face.
Wow. I never even thought of that.
So then you have to shave it all off.
Well,
or color it again, in which case it's just going to wind up darker and it's going to look like you have shoe polish on your face.
that said, I know guys that get their hair professionally colored.
Well, if you get it done by a pro, then you're going to look far better, and they'll be able to help you tint your eyebrows, which is also essential.
Oh, I didn't even think about the eyebrows.
Yeah, because your eyebrows
Do guys
great
get
too.
their eyebrows?
Oh my God, yeah.
Wow. That seems
See,
like a lot
you'll
of work.
learn something new every day.
You know, I'm just going to age gracefully, you know.
Well, it's easier for you. I mean, I've
easier
been
for guys.
dyeing my hair since I was 16.
Right? Yeah.
Of course, I
Well,
was using Sun-In back then, but.
Yeah, but you dye your hair.
Oh, yeah. To this day, I dye my hair because it grows out gray.
Right.
I look like a sea hag.
But your eyebrows don't.
No, I'm fortunate that my eyebrows are still red-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yes,
that's
but
something.
otherwise.
And you don't have to, dye anything else because there's no other place you have hair.
Well, I shave everything else completely. So in that case, we don't have to worry.
No worries there.
Although there are women who dye their pubes, which is so odd to me. I mean, just shave them off for fuck's sake.
Right?
I will never understand that.
Hey, there's people that bleach their assholes.
I hear that also.
Right?
Why? Unless you are a porn star, there's no earthly need to bleach your butthole. I'm sorry.
No, and I can imagine that can't, one, feel good, two, be healthy for you in any way,
I have
shape, or form.
no idea, but it just seems dramatically unpleasant.
And after a period of time of bleaching your asshole for over the years, wouldn't it just look like a target? Am I wrong? No.
Always.
It looks like a white funnel.
Yes, it looks like a target. Okay, I'll be fine, y'all.
I'm just saying.
No, I truly, and it looks so unnatural. It looks like alien almost.
Right. Yeah, because, well, porn stars I get. It's up close.
And with high definition video these days, you want your
Sure.
butthole looking as nice as possible.
Yes.
I appreciate
You
that.
want the pretty
Have
butthole.
at it, yes. Otherwise, though, I mean, for a lady who's just hanging out with her husband every day, I mean, unless you really enjoy it and you like the process and it's your thing, then I'm not going to yuck that. But otherwise, why? Why? Your poor butthole.
Okay, start with not a great gamer.
Oh, look who's chiming in. Because, Juliette, some of us like coloring our pubes neon so we can navigate an area with illumination of a nighttime.
And then Swami right after him.
Who's protesting bleaching buttholes? Well, I don't believe it's protest until I see some signs.
What? Who protests bleaching buttholes? Yeah.
Well, apparently there's going to be a whole movement now.
I don't protest it. I just think that it could be weird over time.
I don't understand the physical ramifications of prolonged anal bleaching.
Yeah.
Did I really just say that?
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
I did.
And Andy says a white funnel.
And Bashful the Round Table says, I just ordered bleach.
It's not that kind of bleach, Bashful. Do we get it away
and
from
we
your
also
butthole?
have people singing Brown Eyed Girl. So
Leave it to Jim.
thank you, Video Call-In Show, for that image.
Leave it to Jim to walk in a room and do that.
So he says, you'll never hear that song the same way again. And
Nope.
I'll tell you, David, the producer, is notorious for ruining songs for me.
That's
and you
what I
know
do.
where I'm going with this.
Yes, go ahead.
So the song Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. you have an alternative way of singing a certain line in that song.
Yes.
So the lyric is, he came on a sunny day. And there's enough room in the song to add in 3 words.
Yeah.
He came on her face.
Right. On a sunny day.
For the life of me, I cannot hear the song without hearing that he came on her fucking face every time. And it really bothers me. And now I'm not going to be able to hear Brown Eyed Girl without thinking about bleached buttholes.
I'm here to ruin every song you like.
Thank you.
Oh, you want to get
David
into Summer '69? Nope. Okay.
That song is ruined already. And Bryan Adams did that himself by writing it.
Yep. Ooh. Andy R says bourbon and Clorox butt bleaching. Now this is a Monday well spent.
Welcome to hashtag Bourbon Soak Live. Make sure you subscribe, like the fucking channel, and tell your friends. Cha-ching.
Andy R is gonna go and take a rape shower after this stream.
I know, isn't that what we all do after this fucking show? We go, we hose down, and then we shiver in a corner in the fetal position.
Bashful says we at the round table learned that you only have to bleach every few months. It is that kind of bleach. Oh my God. I didn't think it was real bleach.
Ow!
Oh. Come on over to Lisa's. I'm giving a review. Bashful.
It only stung for a minute.
Yeah. Wow. It's like Clorox enema.
Does it also like steam and fizzle?
Oh my God.
Because I've seen what bleach does.
Do you have to walk like a sand crab for a week?
I mean, my grandmother used Clorox bleach to clean bat blood off of a bunch of Budweiser Clydesdales. Right. But
oh, J. Real Slots is in the house. Hey, what's up, bud? He says, what did I walk into? Yes, you did.
You just never know on this fucking show.
Bill says money shot. And Video Call Show says, of course, just says, you're welcome.
And according to Flesh in Your Pan, apparently Brandy wore a pearl necklace.
Well, no, she wore a pearl necklace. I actually think that's a ZZ Top song.
It is a ZZ Top song, but that has the express purpose of being about a cum shot.
What? I'm kidding.
Don't look so innocent over there, David, the producer. So is there anybody on Facebook we need to say goodbye to?
Oh, wait. Here, Guardian Can says, I like Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Plenty of substitute words.
Oh, yes. There's another one that David, the producer, is fucked up.
Hit Me With Your Wet Spot. Yes.
Well, apparently you're peeing on people you don't want to have orgasms with. So
I didn't pee on someone.
You did.
That didn't want to be peed on.
Well, okay, golden showers is a topic for another day. I think we've exhausted our filthy sides for the night.
Reed, not a great gamer.
He says, I remember a girl in my office used to bleach her facial hair. She looked like she had walrus whiskers. If that is your situation, if you have so much facial hair that it needs to be bleached, just shave it off for fuck's sake. Tweezers were invented for a reason.
You missed Not a Great Gamer, dude. He was the one above that, I meant.
Gamer says, I'm strapped for cash and I have 1 bottle of bleach to last 2021. Can I recycle? Can I use some bleach on my butt after it's cleaned the toilet bowl? Can I clean it again the next day? I don't know, Gamer. But if you find out, definitely let us all know.
This is going to be the stream with the cleanest buttholes this side of the UK.
We're going to have sparkling buttholes. They'll be so squeaky clean. Everybody will be hearing about it. Just also, Andy R is curious about bat blood and Clydesdales. Yes. One Christmas, a bat flew down the chimney in my grandmother's basement. And in the process of trying to hit it down from the ceiling with the fireplace shovel, she knocked over a Budweiser Clydesdale display that my grandfather had behind the bar. And when she hit the bat, she started beating the shit out of it with a shovel. And there was just blood and horse ruin.
Bat blood and chaos.
But she used Clorox to clean it, and it was all good. And the Budweiser Clydesdales went back on display.
Oh, Bill has got a great idea.
Wax.
No, below that, coffee filter. If you want to save your Clorox or your bleach Or do you use
What's
Clorox?
a coffee filter going to do? What was that shrug?
I don't know. It sounded good when it came out of my mouth.
No, that's not good. That makes 0 sense. Oh, you people.
Gamer says, you see my teeth. Us English clearly recycle our toothpaste.
Why not our bleach?
He's a forward-thinking and carbon neutral with my rectal recycling.
Hashtag rectal recycling.
Yes.
You heard it here, y'all. Bourbon Soap
I want to see
Live.
that on Twitter.
I want to see
Rectal
the meme for
recycling.
that one.
I want to see butt bleaching on Bourbon Soak Live on Twitter.
That would make my fucking year. Please make this happen. So, y'all are a bunch of degenerates, and I love you. So, please say we wrap this disaster up, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It has been disgusting at best, and wonderful at worst. So, cheers to y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out in the chat. Now, I said Guardian of Chaos was first in, so he gets the bourbon nod. Cheers to you, sir. Who else has been here? We've had Blended Whiskey hanging out with us. Video call and show. Nice to see you around
Jim,
again.
Great to see you again. Hope to see more of you real soon. And Ed from Flash in the Pan. We have Andy R., Bill Trudell.
Malton in Montreal.
Swami, of course.
Gamer.
Bashful. We also had J-Real Slots in the house. We haven't seen him in a while. Love
Lady
to see
Swan.
you. Yeah, Lady Swan.
Larry.
Larry Caracciolo and
Stacy Morgan.
Stacy Morgan, of course. Did we miss
Gaffa was here as well.
Gaffa was here. Richie Z was here. We said Lady Swan, right?
I'm sure we're missing somebody, y'all, but just know that if we didn't call out your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I can't see that far. So, y'all, it's been a blast. Next week, we're going to be back, and our topic of choice will be cheating.
Are you going to go cheating next week?
Oh, next week is all about cheating.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So,
all right. Man,
I don't know. You might want
whole
to
thing.
Tell your spouse to not listen.
Ixnay on the live stream.
Oh, yeah. We're telling all of our dirty secrets next week. So I hope y'all will be here Monday night at 7 p.m. Don't forget, I have a podcast. And if you don't want to listen to it on a podcast player, I don't blame you. You can listen to it on YouTube also. Just go right to my channel. It's right there. Like my name, you click on it, you'll go to my fucking channel. It's not hard. Cha-ching. Otherwise, it's been a blast. Hope y'all have a great week. I'll be back next Monday night at 7. Cheers, y'all. You're still here? It's over. Go home.